Welcome back. The U.S. states of Nevada and South Carolina will be voting later this week, on Saturday and the upper week, on who becomes the next president of the United States. Now, interesting results, weren't they, from the election in New Hampshire? Donald Trump going strong for the Republicans and Bernie Sanders carrying all the goodwill of young voters and women, leaving Hillary Clinton to work harder on getting those votes. She's hopeful, though, that she'll beat Sanders in the next two states.
Wow, what an enthusiastic group. I cannot thank you enough.
That's right. The campaigns have moved to the next two states where primaries will hold next weekend, Nevada and South Carolina. Democratic hopefuls Hillary Clinton and Bernie Sanders campaign in Nevada on Saturday. Clinton presented herself to supporters as a progressive candidate, saying she will not make promises she could not keep.
I want us to make progress right now. That's what I stand for. I happen to think a progressive is somebody who makes progress. A progressive is actually somebody who gets things done that helps people right now. Real progress right now.
Both Nevada and South Carolina have more African American and Hispanic voters whose trust Clinton seems to have won, as they have been more supportive so far. Still, she was leaving nothing to chance.
I need you, my friend, more than ever. We're going to go out and we're going to convince people to caucus on Saturday. Then we're going on to South Carolina. Then we're going on to the March states. Then we're going to wrap up the nomination. And then we're going to win this election.
As for Sanders, who calls himself a democratic socialist, he hopes to harness the momentum and enthusiasm he gained from the first two contests and prove he can be a viable contender to lead the Democratic Party to victory in the November 8 presidential election.
I would hope that
in Reno, he told his supporters he will use his executive powers as president to help pass comprehensive immigration reform.
I believe in immigration reform, comprehensive. I believe that if Congress does not do the right thing, Sally, I will use the executive powers of the presidency to build on what President Obama has started.
As for the Republicans, while Donald Trump was in Tampa, Florida, where he said he would love to run against Democratic rival Bernie Sanders in the general election, calling him a communist.
The most conservative person.
Other Republican hopefuls still in the race, Jeb Bush and John Kasich, worked the campaign trail in South Carolina on Saturday.
If you're looking for the most conservative person that can win, which is kind of the point, I'm that guy.
I'm going to do every single thing I can to make sure that the campaign that I'm running is about the horizon.
Meanwhile, Donald Trump and Ted Cruz restarted the blame game and accusations ahead of a debate, with Trump accusing Cruz of negative campaigning and cheating, and threatening to sue him for not being a natural-born citizen.
For the other parts of the United States waiting until November to cast their votes, reactions are varied on the emergence of candidates and their expectations of the elections this year. Our correspondent in Washington, D.C., Maria Bird, sounded Washingtonians out on their thoughts.
The Iowa caucus and New Hampshire primaries are setting the pace for the election. It's not clear, though, who's going to be at the White House.
It looks like it's going to be a hard fight on both sides, I guess. Not a clear front runner. I mean, I guess there is a little bit on the Democratic side, but it looks like it's going to be a little harder for Clinton to win than people thought.
What does this mean for Washingtonians?
I don't know. I guess we take this as a time when a lot of the rest of the country focuses on what's going on in Washington, and there'll be a lot of anti-Washington rhetoric on the campaign trail, and that's what we have to live with. People running against Washington, but I always think of it as it's the rest of the country that sends the politicians here. It's not our fault.
I really wish that we had some better choices besides a populist who says he's a Republican and Clintons who have been presidents before. just some new ideas.
I think that it's a bit disappointing that we have so many people that are voting based on their emotions and not on the facts. We have a candidate that says what he wants to say, and he's pretty much campaigning out the fears of the American people, and that's unfortunate.
Coming up on Diplomatic Channel, our discussion this week draws attention closer home to Africa, a continent trying to establish democratic principles and dealing with the emergence and spread of terror groups. Do stay with us.